Today on CityCast Austin, happy Friday! The week is finally over and we're here to talk about the big news in our city this week. We're going to talk about a special pair of Concordia graduates, the ACL festival lineup, flash flooding, and an encampment clear to prepare for it, and our weekend plans on this week's Friday News Roundup. It's Friday, May 9th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hello! I am here with the scrumdiddlyumptious newsletter editor, Kelsey Bradshaw.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I didn't check my thesaurus this
No
week.
thesaurus entry.
I was going to say, you might be digging yourself a hole. You're going to have to do 52 adjectives a year.
I know.
Okay, now do me.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And our incredible, triumphorous executive producer, Eva Ruth Moravec. Now I'm just making shit up.
Hello.
Hi, Eva Ruth.
Hi.
Hi, y'all. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Listeners, I promise that my adjectives will get better.
That's a big promise.
I know. It is the Friday News Roundup. We are here to talk about the news of the week. So we're going to get right into it. First up, it's almost Mother's Day, and Kelsey has a really sweet story to tell y'all about to celebrate.
So this woman named Carolyn Kadurk and her son, Jalen, they both just graduated from Concordia University together back in April when they had their spring commencement.
I can't.
Isn't that so cute?
I love it. I love it so much.
So Carolyn was 16 when she found out she was pregnant with Jalen. And so she put college on hold and was like, you know what? I'm just going to be a mom and like go directly into the workforce. Fast forward to Jalen graduating high school. He went and got his associate's degree in Chicago, and then Concordia offered him a spot on their basketball team. And he was like, oh, I'm going to come back home. I'll be closer to family, blah, blah, blah. And Carolyn says, quote, I never had any intentions of going back to school. I was comfortable with my job, but just before registering, I was just like, there's no mother-son that really does this. And so they went to school together, and then they both graduated with a bachelor's in business administration. And they're the first in their family to graduate college. And I just think it's lovely. And Jalen said, he said, seeing everything that she had to go through, seeing everything she did, this is just a moment of a lifetime. And I think that's so sweet. And it's the best story. And Carolyn, she might go get her master's next. So
this is such a great way to start off our Friday News Roundup.
It is very sweet.
This makes me want to cry a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Same.
Yeah.
Would y'all go to college with your moms?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, absolutely not.
We're all like, this is adorable, but no, thank you.
I'm traumatized with the thought of it.
Listen, no. Listen, Daisy already has 4 or 5 degrees. I don't know. She just be getting degrees because she's that person. She loves to learn. She's like one of those people that just if she had her way, she would stay in school forever. Like she's that person. So there is no way I could handle the pressure of being in college with the way my ADHD is no.
Do you think she would be like the better student out of the two of you?
150%. She would show me up and the same major. So we in the same classes. No.
That's what yes.
No.
Right. I need to know more about Carolyn and Jalen because the Fox 7 story doesn't talk about it, but I have questions. Were they going to the same classes together?
Yes.
Was she sitting with him and his friends? Was he
were they
please
cramming
don't sit
together?
with me? Yeah, were they studying together? I have questions.
Every time I would be late to class, I would come into class and Daisy Mae would be like, where you been?
Mm-hmm.
Class starts at 8 o'clock.
Right.
Did you study last night? Why did you get a C on that test? We studied for no.
My mom would be in there raising her hand for me, she knows.
Oh,
I feel like my mom would love nothing more than to go to class with me. she would just love to she's like, I'm just going to sit here quietly and watch. That's
Oh
my
my
mom.
God. I think my mom would be like the same as me. Like, I think she would really, like, she wouldn't care. Not that my mom doesn't care. Like, she went to college, she did all the things. But like, I think she would just be very like, okay, Kelsey, and what are you going to do next? Are you going to go see your friends? Can I come? What's happening now?
Yeah,
like, she'd be very into the like, we're hanging out part and less about the studying part, I think.
My mom and I are both nerds. And so it would just be a competition to get who gets their hands up quickest. I've always been that annoying kid in class. It's like, me, I know it. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh. I've always been that person.
I was a journalism major. And so my mom would be like, why are we skipping this class? And I'd be like, I have to go report a story. Like, I have to go out into the field. I'm very busy. And she'd be like, what?
Mm-hmm. Or like the night before, like, are you really gonna drink that? You know, we have like
we're drinking margaritas before the ed board meeting at the student newspaper. What do you mean?
we have an exam tomorrow. What are you talking about?
Kudos to Jalen, though.
Listen, kudos to Jalen. Kudos to Carolyn. This is amazing. And like the fact that, I don't know, y'all, I love, my mother had me when she was young. She wasn't 16, but she was young when she had me. And she did the same thing. She was just like, look, I'm going to get my degree. I got my kid now, but we getting this degree regardless. And I love that she chose to go back. It warms my heart that she chose to go back.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that, y'all. I love it.
Well, so happy Mother's Day to Carolyn.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. This is what they do.
And Jalen, you have a great mom.
You have a great
Amazing.
mom.
Like, moms every day are putting their priorities on hold to take care of their kids and raise a son who even wanted to go to college, get back to his family, like, be closer.
Yes.
Like, she did an amazing job.
Y'all, and the photo of the two of them is just so sweet.
So
I can't. It's like so sweet.
Her hat. It says like, we did it, I think. And it's so cute.
Get out of here, Carolyn. Oh my God. Killing me.
Oh.
Congratulations to y'all. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
Heck
Mother's
yeah.
Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
This was great news. Hey y'all, it's your last chance to see what the Constitution means to me at the Zach Theater. And if you're on the fence about seeing it because maybe it sounds kind of dry or you're not a history person, let me try to change your mind. This Tony Award-winning play is less than 10 years old and it's autobiographical. The playwright Heidi Schreck dives deep into what the Constitution has meant to her and to 4 generations of women in her family. It's a comedy and it's also been called soul restoring. I don't know about y'all, but I could do with a little soul restoring right about now. You can see What the Constitution Means to Me on stage at the Zach Theater now through May 11. Get your tickets at zachtheater.org. That's ZACH theater.org. What do former President Lyndon B. Johnson and the movie Jaws, yes, that Jaws, have in common? A new exhibit at the LBJ Presidential Library. Before he wrote Jaws, Peter Benchley was President Johnson's speechwriter, and this temporary exhibit is all about Benchley's journey from the White House to best-selling novelist to ocean conservationist. Talk about a fascinating career. Don't miss this chance to learn all about Benchley and Johnson's environmental legacy, how Jaws changed our understanding of sharks, and much more. From the White House to the deep ocean, LBJ, Jaws, and Conservation will be at the LBJ Presidential Library from now through October 19th. Find out more about the exhibit at lbjlibrary.info/Jaws. You know what wasn't great news? The ACL lineup.
Let's hear it.
Nikki is not impressed.
Y'all, I'm sorry.
Fine. It's fine.
The lineup, the lineup is now out for this year's ACL Festival. And if you listened last week, you should know that not one of the predictions we made came true. Not we weren't even close.
I'm shocked.
Anyways, so The lineup is out. Say what you want about it. I'm happy about Doechii. I will say that. I am happy about Doechii. I think that that's very smart. I also think Sabrina Carpenter is very smart. It's very, very smart. She is hot right now.
And she is, like, not for nothing. She really is a great performer.
She is.
She really is funny. She feels very, like, old Hollywood to me, like old comedy to me. She's wonderful.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
She's so horny.
Yeah.
She's the shortest, horniest girl in the world, and it's so fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just real quick. So ACL Festival 2025, October 3rd and 5th, and then the next weekend, October 10th and 12th. Headliners, Sabrina Carpenter, Hozier, Doja Cat, The Strokes, Luke Combs, John Summit, and Doechii. Those are the headliners. And then they have like a bunch of other like, you know, mix of pop and rock stars from the past and present. T-Pain is coming. Cage the Elephant. Listen, I love T-Pain. I love T-Pain.
Listen, all of my friends were texting being like, I hope you guys are ready to see me like Hulk out at T-Pain in October.
Listen, I love T-Pain. We can get, that's a whole nother conversation. I love that. But then there's some really like, there's some Austin bands too, which I think is great. So Ghetto Gala, who I love Ghetto Gala. Of course, Asleep at the Wheel, Briscoe, The Point, the HT University Jazz Collective. So there's a good mix. Japanese Breakfast is going to be here. It's going to be a good mix. I don't want to make it sound like, you know, I hate it, but
no, it sounds like a fun, it like honestly is a combination, but I just, to me, there's not like one headliner. And I know that Sabrina has a huge following and it just doesn't happen to be me. Like, I think she's great, but she's not the one that's going to get me there. None of these bands are really going to get me there.
Doechii might get me there. Doechii is having a moment. Doechii,
I noticed that there's quite a few bands that are playing one weekend or the other.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I wonder if it's just like not financially doable for some of them to do both. Like, because then you're kind of stuck in Austin for 2 weeks. But Wet Leg, I'm very excited about. Some of the like lower on the whatever schedule
list.
people.
The hierarchy. Well, or Doja Cat was here a couple of years ago, I think maybe in 2023. And I will say it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Like I don't know what Doja Cat is up to right now. Like I think she was here at her peak.
Yeah.
But it really was something where I was like, oh, I'm like watching something happen. Like something's happening.
She's incredible. I will give it to every time I haven't seen her in person. So I'd be excited.
It was really something. And then the other thing, no offense to this man, John Summit, but I did have to Google who that is. And it is just a DJ. Not just. I know DJing is a whole craft.
Okay.
But he's a DJ and I had to Google him and I was just like, why are you? I don't know.
Okay, John, go off.
It's kind of a variety. And like Luke Combs is more country, you know? And the Strokes, I think the Strokes will be a good headliner too. But it does kind of lack that like knock you out of the park kind of band, but I don't know.
You know, I think more and more what I am discovering is that I am aging out of ACL. Sabrina Carpenter and Doechii and Doja Cat, it makes sense, but I think now I'm just like,
are we the demographic?
Yeah. No, the people I'd see is Doechii and Sabrina Carpenter, and like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh, I'd have to trek so far to go see them, and I'm only 31. So like,
So 3-day GA plus, VIP and platinum, hotel and festival and group hospitality tickets are on sale. 1-day tickets will be available at a later date. You know, they always do that. Yeah. I want to give you guys like some numbers because when I read this is crazy. So just in case you're wondering why we continue to do ACL, let's talk about this economic impact. In 2024 alone, ACL Festival contributed $534.8 million to the Austin economy, which is the equivalent of 3,607 full-time jobs.
Damn.
Since the festival began tracking its economic impact in 2006, ACL Fest has generated over $4.1 billion. With a B for the Austin economy. It's the equivalent of retaining 39,574 jobs for Austin employees. the ACL Fest partners with Austin Parks Foundation, and they gave them $8.4 million in 2024 for park improvements. They've given the Austin Parks Foundation a total of $71 million over the past 20 years. And so,
I like that. I like the donation part because
I like
it
that.
wouldn't happen without the Austin Parks Foundation. Like ACL could not happen. They do so much to keep Zilker going and maintain it. And yeah, hearing how much, like the economic impact, I'm like, okay, well, how much money did they make?
Exactly.
That's what they're not really saying.
Yeah.
But you've got to imagine it's a ton if they're giving away, 8 just from last year. But I don't know.
I mean, I said this last year, and I'll keep saying it. It is a well-oiled machine. Like it's like they have every single base covered. It's pretty incredible. I know they make a lot. They've grown.
Yeah, so they started very first year of ACL Festival was in 2002. And they were thinking they would get like 25,000 people. That's what they had planned for. And they had 40,000 attendees.
Oh my God. Can you imagine being like, oh God,
who are all these people?
And now they don't say how many people, like, I don't know exactly the ticket numbers of last year, but they say that the festival's daily capacity is 75,000.
I need them to drop that number down to about 50,000.
They say that's the capacity, but I think I mean, there's got to be more.
They may exceed that.
Yeah,
I know.
There's people sneaking in.
Okay, hold on.
Hold the mic.
I do not know what rock I've been hiding under. I did not know people still snuck into ACL. I know they used to do it back in the day. I used to do it back in the day.
Right.
But it seems like there's just nowhere you could possibly sneak in. But evidently, there are all these super secret places that you can sneak into ACL. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of you young people message in and tell me where I can sneak in ACL. As long as it doesn't involve climbing a fence. As long as I don't have to go over, I'm great. If I can dig a hole under, I can do it.
Nikki's army crawling into ACL.
Nikki is tunneling.
She's covered in dirt. They're like, what happened to you?
I had to see Dochi.
She's like, no, I walked in like everyone else. I just fell down at some point.
Oh my God.
I can't go over, but I can go under.
I just know my physical limits. I can shimmy and army crawl with the best of them, but climbing,
She's got fence scratches on her back. Sorry, I'm picturing a whole scenario now.
Hey y'all, it's Nikki. If your mom is like my mom, the one thing she really wants from you this Mother's Day is to see you. This year, you can help her do that all the time by giving her an Aura digital picture frame, which Wirecutter says is the best digital photo frame. My mom, Daisy, loves to be surrounded by pictures of her kids, her grandkids, and the memories we've made together over the years. But y'all, she has no more room on her walls. So this year, I'm giving her an Aura frame, which can hold a crazy amount of photos, and it'll keep her in the loop. We just had a family vacation in Denver, and so instead of wrangling a photo album out of our phones, my sister and I can just upload them directly to the frame. Plus, my sister is always digitizing old photos, and we can send her those too, so none of them will get lost. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. For a limited time, listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. That's Aura, A-U-R-A, frames.com. Promo code is CityCast. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. It's been a crazy week with the weather and the raining, and I know we need it, and I know it's been great, but we are in flooding season, right?
And it was really raining this week.
It was really raining this week, y'all. The city of Austin announced this week that they cleared out an encampment in town and relocated 51 people to 2 different shelters, and this is at the Go Valley Neighborhood Park. And I don't know, even it sounds like a really big deal.
David Gray, who's the homeless strategy officer,
Love him.
he explained to us when we interviewed him last year about like the whole compassionately closing system, and it's not just like they go into an encampment and like take everybody's stuff and like force everyone out. It's really, really thoughtful, takes time. A lot of different agencies are involved to kind of figure out like where people are wanting to go. They make sure that everybody's like voluntarily going if they're going to a shelter, that their belongings are taken care of. But like this was a pretty problematic, I think, encampment, and that they said that it was prioritized for removal because it was in the free-flowing riverbank in East Austin, and it can be prone to flash flooding, and they were worried about the safety of people who are camping there, as well as, it's a wetland ecosystem, so there are a bunch of different birds there and armadillos and other animals. And it's a park. It's a park that was recently renovated. And so, apparently they recycled 700 pounds of metal and removed 183 tons, almost 184 tons of litter and debris from this Colorado River Wildlife Sanctuary where these people were camping.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That's a lot.
And then
What?
10 tons of litter and debris from the Go Valley Neighborhood Park.
That seems like too much.
I know. It was
Not to be like, I don't trust, but what? No way.
Are those numbers real?
It's a ton, but it's not to say that that's all because of these people. Like, I'm not saying that it was all that, but it does seem like there was a big mess there. There were people living there. Yeah, and that much, I mean, so it's the safety of the people who were there. Like, they didn't want a flash flood to come through and, have to worry about like suddenly evacuating all of these people. But then also think about all that stuff, like getting in, the water system and drainage system and everything. So they were able to relocate these people into 2 different shelters, the North Bridge and South Bridge shelters. And David Gray said it's their mission to make homelessness rare, brief, and non-recurring. It's kind of his standard line. The encampment posed a risk to both the sanctuary's wildlife, public space, and the people's general safety.
I'm still blown at those numbers. I'm blown away at those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So where did the 700 pounds of metal come from? What? That's
know, right?
wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, it says that they voluntarily agreed to move, which is great. And I'm glad that they were good about keeping their stuff and like trying to do it in like a nice way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because whenever the camping ban went through, it was not done in a nice way.
The city has learned a lot, I think.
Yeah. David Gray has a lot to do with it. I mean, I know that everybody knows how much I love him, but I do think that he approaches homelessness with compassion and like
in a different way.
And in a different way. Yeah.
He's like actually trying to fix things.
Yeah.
Or the system feels like it. Like at the 2 shelters where they're going, they have like really wraparound services. They're given, it's their animal companions are allowed to be there. Like,
I love that.
They have privacy. They like get 3 nutritionally complete meals. They have laundry facilities. And it's all to help them like move to something more permanent, but not ignore the current needs and like take more time for that. But yeah, I mean, I think another message out of this is just like it's flash flooding season here in Central Texas. The rain this week was like, I think we handled it well. It didn't like do much damage, but it's a good reminder to just like watch the weather, be aware, don't get caught off guard.
Yeah, being weather aware in Central Texas that's a requirement.
Turn around, don't drown.
It's surprising to people because like you go through these intersections that there's no water for so much of the time, and it's no big deal. And then all of a sudden it happens, that they get totally flooded. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't judge how deep it is. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Is that a growl?
Malcolm just moaned.
Malcolm has had a long day.
He just laid down.
He's like, move on. This is boring.
It's like enough of the flooding.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, God, can I just rest in peace? Jesus, you've been talking for 30 minutes straight about the flooding.
He's like, please, it's the weekend.
It's the
Come
weekend.
on.
Jesus, leave me alone. Speaking of the weekend, when it's not going to rain, great segue, Kelsey. It is not going to rain this weekend.
Thank goodness.
I know. It's Mother's Day weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful. What are y'all getting into, Kelsey?
I feel like Eva Ruth should go first because her description of what she's doing is very long.
It is. And it's reading a little bit like a commercial, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
My mother does not live here, so I will not have the pleasure of doing Mother's Day with her. But I'm going to see her soon, which I'm excited about. But this weekend is the last weekend that you can see Dirty Rotten Scoundrels at the Austin Playhouse. And tickets are $21 and up. And it sounds like a really good time. It's a popular film that's been made into a play. And it's about a con man. He tries to con wealthy women out of their money. And they met on a train. He meets people on a train. Whatever. Let me start that again.
You have this all written out beautifully. I don't know what's happening.
It's a funny play. It sounds great. There are hijinks and hilarity. And it's about a con man. And you should go see it. It will keep audiences laughing till the end. Who's next?
Great job.
I am so confused.
I'm 32 years old now that you're done reading that. I've aged.
But didn't read the beautiful thing she had written out for it.
She skipped the whole top.
She's just like, YOLO. It's a great play. It's funny. Go see it.
Go see it. Take your mom. Or not.
Oh, my God. It's clear, everyone, who the star of this podcast is.
It
It
is
is Eva
Nikki
Ruth Morvac. It's Eva Ruth. You broke, Kelsey.
Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard I'm coughing.
She is broken.
Okay, you know where hijinks won't be ensuing?
Yep.
So I'm actually going to go home to my parents' place up in Dallas this weekend. But if I was going to be here and if my mother lived in town, I would take her to Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center because they're doing a day-long Mother's Day event. And it sounds lovely. It starts at 9. You can go whenever you want. It's from 9 to 4. They're going to have cheese and charcuterie cones that you can buy for $10. There's going to be live music at noon, a craft station. Sounds fun.
Yes.
Doesn't that sound great?
That does sound fun.
That's what I'd be doing.
No hijinks.
No hijinks.
Not a hijink in sight, just a good time.
Just cheese and moms.
Cheese and mom and flowers and mom.
Good times.
I have some hijinks. Let's see. So Friday, Hermanos Gutierrez and Adrian Quesada's Trio Asesino are going to be at ACL Live Moody Theater. Alex Miro was on here and told us about this, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. Tickets start at $40. It's at 8 p.m. And again, I said this before, Hermanos Gutierrez, they are so talented. We all know Adrian Quesada is just the GOAT. He's so insanely talented. But Hermanos Gutierrez is also like crazy, crazy talented musicians. They are also beautiful. And I'm not trying to objectify anybody, but Jesus Christ.
No, it's crazy.
They are beautiful.
I saw them at ACL and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like, it's like, I got to look away because I'm blushing. You fine and you playing music. What are you doing? What are we doing? I'm going to pass out.
You can't be both.
You can't be both. You can't be both.
Yeah, that's the rule.
It's too much. That's on Friday. On Saturday, my band Catastica is playing at Crowbar / Raisin Room. I know. On Thompson Road, it's $10. Doors are 8. The show is at 9. Catastica is one of my love projects. It's a band I'm in that's all about cats and sex.
Meow.
It's a good time. And then on Sunday, which is Mother's Day, the Blanton Museum is having Mother's Day all day. Bring mom to the museum. It's like $20. It's from 10 a.m. to 5.
Meow.
Yeah. I tried to ignore it. I tried to ignore it. But yes.
Think about that all day.
Meow, Eva Ruth.
I mean, cats and sex. I'm just saying.
And funk. It's like.
And funk. Meow.
There is some of that, yes, in the music.
My funky meow.
He seems so serious. Yes, there is some of that. Yes, correct. If y'all could only see the way Eva Ruth went, meow.
That was my funky one.
Wiggled her body.
Oh, God. Anyways.
Definitely.
Okay, back on target. Sunday is Mother's Day. Blanton, all day, bring mom to the museum. 10 a.m. to 5, $20 for adults, 10 for kids. There's going to be card making, yoga, live music, massages, and more. They're saying bring a blanket, sit out on the lawn, have a good time with your mom. You can go to the Blanton's website for more.
Nice.
And that just sounds cute. Yeah,
sounds
they have
cute as hell.
They have little curated tours of different exhibits. It sounds really cute. And
Aww.
Put on a
$20.
cute little outfit.
Yeah, and Bland's got such a cute little lawn out there. Take some photos. Yeah. So, that's another option for anybody if you are looking for something to do with your mama or someone who's mothered you also in your life. Like things, not everybody has mothers that they are in contact with, but maybe there is just a mother in your life that has either mothered you or mothered someone else that you think is bomb. And you can take them to the Blanton. And yeah, that's it. That is our Friday News Roundup for this week.
Meow.
Meow. So many hijinks and shenanigans. Thank you so much for rounding up the news with me this week. You guys are amazing and magnanimous and supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, correct.
And you are the hostess with the mostest, Nikki.
Thank you.
Meow.
Okay. All right. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Kelsey.
Or should I say meow?
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Oh my God. Somebody's going to have to mute them or else. That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. Our executive producer is Eva Ruth Morvek. Our producers this week are Alyssa Castles and Lizzie Goldsmith. And I'm your host, Nikki Devon. Our Hey Austin newsletter editor is Kelsey Bradshaw. And music is by Nelson Valente Aguilar of Como Las Movies, with additional music by All the Kimonos, Francois Couture, and 8 Main from Triple Scoop Music via Getty Images. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. We'll be back Monday morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.